Okay, let's talk about two words we hear all the time: goals and objectives. We tend to throw them around like they're the same thing, right? But what if I told you that mixing them up is one of the biggest reasons plans fail? It's a really subtle difference, but trust me, getting it right can completely change how you achieve, well, anything.
And look, this isn't just about being picky with words. Getting this wrong leads to fuzzy plans, wasted time and energy, and you guessed it, not actually hitting the mark you were aiming for. So let's clear this up, once and for all.
So let me ask you, be honest. Have you ever used these two words interchangeably? Yeah, me too. If you have, you are in very, very good company. It's probably one of the most common mix-ups when it comes to planning and strategy.
And here's the crazy part. It's not just us. You'd be surprised to learn that even experts, authors and academics, get this wrong all the time, which really just shows how important it is to nail down what we're talking about if we actually want our plans to work.
So here's the bottom line. They are not the same thing, but they absolutely need each other. They're two parts of a whole, this powerful duo that really drives success. Think about it. Having one without the other is like knowing your destination, but having no map, no GPS, no way to get there.
All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. What is the actual difference? Because once you really understand their unique jobs, you can unlock their power when they work together.
Okay, so a goal. A goal is your North Star. It's that big, dreamy, ambitious thing you're aiming for. It isn't about how you're going to do it, it's about the what. What is that grand vision that gets you excited and makes you want to get started? That's the goal.
So for example, look at this. Successfully launched the ABC brand. That's a great, powerful statement, right? But it's not a plan. It tells us the destination, the big mountain we're trying to climb, but it doesn't give us the trail to get to the top.
And that brings us to the other side of the coin, the objective. Objectives are the breakdown. They are the concrete, measurable, step-by-step actions you need to take to actually climb that mountain. This is where we get down to business.
See the difference? Wow, we just went from a kind of vague idea to something super concrete and actionable. Increase by 35%, within 7 months. We now have a clear target and a deadline. That's a real milestone we can track on our way to that bigger goal.
And this isn't just, some academic exercise. This has huge real-world consequences. Without clear objectives, how can you possibly set a budget or a timeline? How do you even know if your marketing is working? Your big, ambitious goal just stays a dream because you have no clear path to get there. Okay, so we get what they are. That's step one. Now let's talk about the how. How do we write objectives that are not just specific, but are actually powerful enough to get us where we want to go?
Well, there's a secret to it, and it's this simple, brilliant framework that has totally stood the test of time. It's a tool that can take a fuzzy idea and turn it into a crystal clear action plan.
And here it is, the SMART framework. This is your guide, so let's break it down real quick. S is for specific. Be super clear, no vague language. M is for measurable. You got to be able to track it with numbers. A is for attainable. Be ambitious, but make sure it's actually possible. R is for relevant. Does this step actually help you reach your big goal? And finally, T is for timely. Give it a deadline. It creates focus. That mousepad objective we just saw, increase name recognition by 35% in 7 months, it checks every single one of these boxes. That's what makes it so powerful.
All right, to really hammer this home, let's do one last side-by-side comparison to see the key differences between goals and objectives. If you remember one thing, remember this. Goals are the big ideas, the what if. Objectives are the facts, the what is. One is about the dream, the other is grounded in real data and action.
And this chart just brings it all together, right? A goal is the end result, the why we're doing this. But an objective, that's the means to that end. It's the how, and you can see the pattern. Goals are long-term, abstract, and kind of hard to measure. Objectives are short-term, totally concrete, specific, and easy to measure. Understanding this is everything.
So maybe the best way to think about it is this. Your goal is the destination you plug into your GPS, but your objectives, they're the turn-by-turn directions that actually get you there. You absolutely cannot reach your destination without the directions. And the directions are pretty useless without a destination, right? You need both. They're a team.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Take a look at your own goals, your own ambitions. Are the objectives you've set for yourself actually SMART? Are they strong enough to carry you all the way to your goal? Nailing this simple difference can truly be the key that turns your dreams into reality. Thanks for digging into this with me.